A very good afternoon to all. And respected principal of the Kendriya Vidyalaya and my dear colleagues, faculties of all the departments, and more especially the students, the young students who are sitting here in front of me, who are going to be the pillars of the nation. Why all of you are coming here in the Kendriya Vidyalaya Leimakhong? What are you going to do after the completion of your education here? You will be reading up to class 12. And after then, what are you going to do? Further studies. I think the voice is allowed here. This side, further studies. What about this side? Gentleman's side. Further studies. You are going to go for BA, BSc, BCom and any other bachelor's degree after class 12. Those who completed class 12 are known as higher secondary leavers, and you are going to go to the college for bachelor's degree. And after the completion of the bachelor's degree, what are you going to do? Are you going to appear the competitive examinations for becoming an IAS officer or IPS officer and whatsoever it may be? Some of you are going to go for even higher studies, master's degree, and after then you will be having the PhD degree, research level, and you will become a scientist or the academician or the university professors. These are some of the jobs which you are expecting after your graduation or the post-graduation. And some of you are also willing to go for professional courses like MBBS, engineers. How many of are you going to be the doctors? Yes, so many people from the ladies side. Okay. Wishing you all the best. Some people from the ladies side, they are going to become doctors, and they are going to serve the nation for the poor, for the needy people by rendering their services in the healthcare sector. I congratulate them. What about this side, gentlemen? Are you going to become the engineers? If you are not going to be a doctor, yes, whatever it may be, they are not going to be anything. Thank you. Thinking of these jobs after graduation, each and every individual here on the gentleman's side, they are hoping for jobs or employment, white collar jobs in the government sector. Now let us imagine what is the exact figure of the population of Manipur. Who can tell me? I'm having 1,000 rupees in my pocket. No one is. What is the population? Approximately you can tell. You can guess the answer also. Not exactly. This is a simple general knowledge. The population of Manipur is approximately, I'm just giving you the option. A, 27 lakhs. B, 28 lakhs. C, 28.5 lakhs. And D, 29 lakhs. What is the 28? Option B. Option B. 28 was, it is not but was. 28 lakhs was the figure as per the 2011 census. 2011 is far behind. How many years back from now? Some around 6 years back, 7 years back. 28.5 lakhs. It is the most appropriate. In the competitive examination, there is no question whether you are giving the correct answer, the exact answer or not. It is just a question of approximation. The most appropriate option out of the given four alternatives. Anyway, 28.5 lakhs people in Manipur, including you and myself, and your teacher may not be, because He is from outside. Your YNK sir will be there. So out of 28.5 lakhs population, how many educated youths are seeking employment by registering in the employment exchanges? How many do you guess? How many? Out of 28.5 lakhs, you can guess how many. I'm just giving it option again. Rupees 1,000 question. 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs. How many? A. 3 lakhs. More than 7 lakhs educated youths registered under the employment exchanges. How many people? More than 7 lakhs people, educated youths like you, your brothers and sisters, are now getting frustrated because they are not getting jobs in the government sector, including how many women? How many women? 4, 3, 3.5, 4.5. This is around 3.5 lakhs women, including 3.5 lakhs women who are registered under the employment exchanges. There are also so many other educated youths who are not even registered in the employment exchanges. And imagine if all the government employees like myself, your YNK sir Singh, your principal sir, your madam, they have been ousted from their post and filled in by the freshers from among those who are seeking the employments. How many jobs can be provided by the state government? Can you imagine? Option A, 50,000 jobs. B, 1 lakh jobs. C, 1.5 lakhs jobs. D, 2 lakhs jobs. 1 lakh jobs only will be given. 1 lakh educated youths, the employment in the government sector, how many people are remaining? More than 6 lakhs educated unemployed youths are now remaining. What shall they do then? What shall they do? Shall they go for some, drug addiction? Shall they go for some shopkeeper? Shall they go for some farming? Shall they go for pisciculture? Shall they go for agriculture? Shall they go for IT sector in the industries? What are they going to do? They have to choose for an alternative option other than the white collar jobs like the government services, isn't it? Topic that we are going to discuss, skill Sathi. What is the meaning of Sathi? Sathi is Hindi. The question on how the remaining educated unemployed youths going to do after graduation, after post-graduation, the answer is skill Sathi. This is the alternative option. Go for the government sector, or another option is private sectors, industries, entrepreneurships, a healthcare center, or the diagnostic center. Can you mention some of the eminent diagnostic center in Manipur? Babina Diagnostic Center, as for example. Shiza Hospitals and the Research Institute. Huge number of nurses are working there. Lab technicians are working. Pathologists are working. These are known as the alternative options. I just want to tell you that you can get a job or not. This is not quite certain. In the olden days, after matriculation, their children will get a job. That is their expectations in the olden days. He passed the BA examination and he'll get a job, and after then he'll get married. I have a daughter, be looking for a government service, and after then she'll get married. I'm just looking for a son-in-law, like that. So these are the talks of those people in the olden days. Now He is a PhD degree holder, doctorate degree holder, but still he is not getting the job, any suitable job. Now he is going to get frustrated. And I asked him to get married, but he refused. These are some of the situations that are creating in our society during the past 10 years or so. The situation has been completely changed. Therefore, India being biggest countries in the world in terms of population, the country having the biggest population is China, and next to it is India. India is the second largest country in terms of population. And out of the total population of India, how many people are in the old stage, how many people are in the young stage, and how many people are in the youthful stage? Youths are defined as those people who are under the age group of 15 to 35 years. Normally, the United Nations is defining the youth or the youthful age as the age gap between 15 years to 35 years. And India has the largest population in the world, constituting 60% of the entire population of India by youths. That is why India is known as the youngest country in the world. What is the meaning of youngest country in the world? India has the largest percentage of population under the age group of 15 to 35 years who are very energetic working group, people having lots of potentials. The highest potential age group is from 15 to 35 years. So India is going to sell the skills of the youths to the international market. That is the dream of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, which would be fulfilled at the end of 2022. So after 3 years or 4 years, India is going to fulfill its dream of Skill India mission. And this skill development mission or the Skill India mission was launched on the 15th of July 2015, which is also known as the World Youth Skills Day. This is also one of your GKs. On which day India launched its Skill India mission, Skill Development Mission, 15th July 2015. And what is the another day which is being observed on the day globally? World Youth Skills Day. So from there onwards, India is dreaming for a Skill India by trainings to the people who are under the age group of 15 to 35 years, including you. So after class 12 examination, higher secondary leavers, they may now go for skill-based vocational programs, which is known as Bachelor of Vocation. He is going to be a BA, he is going to be a BSc, he is going to be a BCom. But now another nomenclature has come up. What is this? Bachelor of Vocation. You can go for BVoc, BA degree, BSc degree, BCom degree, or you can also go for BVoc degree. In the BVoc degree, what actually we do is, your syllabus will be divided into two major portions. The first part is the general education component. You will be learning computer, you will be learning mathematics, and so many conventional subjects you are learning. That will constitute for 40% of the entire syllabus and the curriculum. And the remaining 60%, the major portion, 60% of the syllabus and the curriculum will be of skill development component. As for example, in the Dindayal Upadhyay Center for Kaushal, my center is DDU Kaushal Kendra. DDU means Dindayal Upadhyay. Who can tell me who is Dindayal Upadhyay? He is also one of the eminent figures in the history of India. DDU, Dindayal Upadhyay. Kaushal means Kaushal, which is the acronym of Knowledge Acquisition and Upgradation of Skill, Human Abilities and Livelihood. Kaushal. Can you tell me again? Rupees 10,000 person. What is the expanded form of Kaushal? KAUSSAL. Who can try? Please. Rupees 10,000. I am having rupees 10. You do not believe that I have some money in my pocket because I just wanted to distribute it to you. Okay. This is not the thing. And here also so many things. Okay. Lakhs of rupees in my pocket. So who can tell me the abbreviation, expanded form of that Kaushal, as I have already told you? K for knowledge, A for acquisition. So knowledge you have to acquire, knowledge acquisition, and U for upgradation, of S for skill, H for human, you are the skilled human, and A for abilities, and L for livelihood. So knowledge acquisition and upgradation of skill, human abilities, and livelihood. This is the expanded form of Kaushal. Where you can go for short-term certificate course for 6 months in the skill sector, 1 year diploma course in the skill sector, 2 years advanced diploma course, 3 years bachelor of vocation course, as well as 2 years master's degree course, that is your MVoc degree course in skill development programs. So under this DDU Kaushal Kendra, we have in my center 3 sectors: healthcare sector, food sector, and the media sector. In the healthcare sector, we have medical lab technology, radio imaging technology, pharmaceuticals and the quality assurance of operation theater technology. These 4 trades are there in the healthcare sector. In the food sector, lots of things are there: jam, jelly, pickles making, food processing, food packaging, food microbiologists, and everything. And in the media sector, we have script writing, reporting, news anchoring, video editing, video shooting, photography and animation, director of photography, and your what is the latest graphic designing, and these things are there in the digital multimedia sector. So these are the schemes that we are going to adopt in my center. Other than that, you will have automotive technology, where you can be trained in the repairing of the 4-wheelers and the 2-wheelers, how can design your color of a motor vehicle, and how can you invent a new car, and these things will come in the automotive technology. In the food sector, lots of potentials are there in Manipur: television repairing, radio repairing, how can you develop mobile phones. These are in the IT sectors, and these are so many sectors which are being identified under the National Skill Qualification Framework, which is also known as the NSQF. And all the syllabi and the curricula are designed in the National Occupational Standard and certified under the NSDC. This program Skill Sati is under the monitoring and implementation of the National Skill Development Corporation. Your 40% general component of the BVoc degree program will be examined semester-wise by the affiliating Manipur University, and your 60% skill component will be assessed under the respective sector skill council. As for example, in the medical lab technology, we have in the first semester phlebotomy, 1 year diploma for the medical lab technician. After 2 years, you will be awarded the advanced diploma degree in the medical lab technology, and after the 5th and the 6th semester, you will be trained with the histotechnician and the blood bank technician, and the composite scheme as a whole will constitute the 3 years degree, which is known as the BVoc degree. And the 40% general component will be examined by the affiliating university, and after the completion of the 3 years, you will be awarded the Bachelor of Vocation degree or the BVoc degree by the affiliating university, and you will have so many certificates, and that certificate will be offered after the end of the first 6 months, at the end of 1 year, at the end of 2 years, at the end of 3 years. How many certificates are altogether for the skill component? That is your 60% skill component. 4 certificates will be given to you, issued to you at the end of the 3 years bachelor of vocational Vibhok degree, along with the single certificate, one certificate issued by the affiliating university for the completion of the degree in the general education component. This is how we are continuing in the process of skilling India, outline of what we are going to do with the skill sati. If there is any question, you are welcome, most welcome.
कोई पूछना है तो पूछे।
I request the students to ask questions if there's any doubt. If you're interested in the course.
I have one question.
What is your good name, please? What is your good
Khulem
name?
Rakesh.
Self-introduce. What is your good name, please?
My name is Khulem Rakesh.
Kulem Rakesh.
And
And what is your bad name? Is there any bad name of yours?
yes, animals.
Any? Kulem Rakesh has got another name,
Yes,
bad
sir.
name.
Animals.
Animals.
They call me animals.
Animals. Are you from where?
Khongapat, Mandirikai.
Oh, no. Rakesh, please.
Few jobs available in this Manipur. So we need another job, alternative. Example, private sector. That is entrepreneur, etc. But what about those people, young one, who are ready to do something like this, entrepreneur, but they don't have money, but they have excellent idea and brilliant, which can work and earn lots of things like the other entrepreneurs does. And what can be done to them? Young age, but having capacity to become an entrepreneur, successful. Please impart me some idea.
Rakesh is going to become an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. We congratulate you. What is the meaning of entrepreneur? So entrepreneur means it is also one of the employer, not the employee. We are the employee. We are known as the servants. Whose servant? Government servants. We are paid salaries. There was once upon a time there are servants for the king. King used to order the servant, and servant has to obey the king. Your principal sir is also the servant. But what about, yes, say he may be a great servant. Anyway. So now, what about Rakesh? Rakesh is now going to become an entrepreneur, and he is going to have under him how many people employed? 1,000 people employed under him. Is Rakesh a servant or a master? Now he is a master. What about me, myself? Servant. I am a servant. He is the master. Who one is bigger? Master is bigger. Now, in order to become that master or the entrepreneur, provided there is a condition for becoming the master. There are lots of conditions to become a king in the olden days. He has to be brave. He has to know the idea of fighting others. He has lots of skill in the war field. Okay, he has the leadership quality. These qualities has to be fulfilled for becoming the king or the master. In order to possess all his qualities, he has at least to become a master's degree in the relevant field. Or he may be better to possess the PhD degree also. He has to have some innovation. In order to have the innovation and the inventions or the discoveries of the new products, he has to possess the PhD degree. He has to have the skill of research also. So after having these qualities, he has to be trained in the skill development centers like the Kaushal Kendras. And after then, the government will understand his skills. He will be offered an opportunity for using government's money in the form of startups. It has been started nationwide for those people who are skilled in the field. Government is going to support you by knowing your potential. They will support you in the form of loans, and you can also avail the facilities, loans from the banks, There are lots of banks here, State Bank of India, and there are also World Banks, huge amounts in the form of loans if you wish to do and if you become successful entrepreneur.
Another question. What are those criteria to get those loans?
Loans, if you are skilled in the field, as I have already told you, you become skilled person in the field. Number one. Number two, you are qualified, well qualified, and number three, you have some innovations. Other than
What is the age limit? If you are not 18 above or 18, you are not able to take this loan.
These criteria for availing the facilities of loans may be understood by the bank people only. I am not expert in that field. Very sorry for that. You can go to a bank manager. Here also in Leimakhong branch will be there. State Bank of India Leimakhong branch may be there, and go to the manager and ask whatever you wanted to know. And last but not the least is, I just want to wish you to become a successful entrepreneur. Thank you.
With this question and answer round from Rakesh and our Dr. Raheijuddin sir, we come to an end of today's skill development program, Skill Sathi Counseling Campaign. Honorable Dr. Raheijuddin Sheikh, Director of Deen Dayal Upadhyay Kaushal Kendra, Dean College of Science, I, on behalf of the entire team of KB Leimakhong, comprising of our principal sir, the entire teaching staff and students, I extend my vote of thanks to Dr. Raheijuddin Sheikh for imparting the knowledge of vocational degree program in your college, and under the topic also teaching our students about the various career options apart from the conventional ones which we are very much aware of. Giving our students hope and aspirations to study hard, work hard to become successful, even though they don't get a government job. Not getting a government job is not the end of your life, and we can still be successful even if we don't land a government job in life. Thank you, sir.